Last week on Real Garbage.
Let's rock!
Oh.
Yeah!
Coming up on this episode of Real Garbage, Jeff and Katie talk about proper bathroom etiquette. Wait, did Jean-Claude Van Damme have sex with a tub? Jeff and Katie also talk about babies. Fire can't burn babies.
Yeah.
Babies are fireproof. Oh, man. That's all coming up on this episode of Real Garbage. But first, here's a word from our fake sponsors. This episode of Real Garbage is brought to you by Glass. Apparently, this movie had a limitless glass budget.
This episode is also brought to you by Ammo. This movie also had unlimited ammo.
This is Real Garbage. Oh my God. I'm not going to get political, but the first presidential debate was happening tonight.
Yeah.
All I'm going to say is it is very interesting that the American political system has gotten to a point where you've got Donald Trump and Joe Biden debating who's going to lead that country.
I know.
I feel so bad for a lot of our listeners are American, I've realized.
Really?
Yeah, primarily in the U.S. So, guys,
Whoa.
sorry.
Whoa.
From us in Canada, we're sorry.
Wow, we've been talking a lot of shit.
I thought of that. I was looking at the analytics going,
Oh.
they like us. You guys really like us.
You like us.
What's happening? I'm loving this last little kick of summer that came
I know,
back.
right?
Ooh, it's so nice.
They had us in the first round with the smoke, and then it was rainy, and then cloudy, and then the rain got rid of the smoke, and now it's beautiful again.
Yeah.
And what I like, though, is it's still getting chilly at night.
And a clean pair of glasses.
Yes, need to see all of you.
It's getting really chilly at night, actually.
I had to turn off my foot fan. So throughout the summer, I have two fans, one at my head and one at my feet. And if I don't have one of them on, I guarantee we'll have nightmares because I'll overheat my sleep.
It's at your feet when you're sleeping.
Yeah.
Why don't you just sleep with your foot? Are you not like a put one foot out of the covers kind of person?
No,
Why?
because I've seen so many supernatural movies, and that's how they get you.
We've watched a bunch of them. We know they're not true.
I know, but when it's 3 a.m. and the corner of your room is it jackets? Is it a ghost? I'm not risking it.
Don't hang your jacket in the corner.
No, did I not tell you about this? About the possible supernatural things that happened at my house?
I think you did, actually. But
yeah, the loud
tell
slamming. Okay, so, and Brandon was a witness to this, so it wasn't just me. It was the both of us. So we both can't be dreaming it or whatever.
Excuse me.
Noise. So what happened was one night we're going to bed and I woke up to this loud ass noise. And it sounded like my grandpa that I live with in the next room was in the art room banging around because both my grandparents are night owls. And then the next day I said to him, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing last night? You were loud as hell. And he was like, when? I was like, at 2:45, 3 a.m. And he was like, I was asleep. What are you talking about? The next night or a couple nights later, Brandon was the one who woke up first because he was hearing noises again too. And I wasn't hearing them. And all of a sudden I feel him leap over me and cover me and completely be the big spoon, but not in a cute way. And a yeet, on top of me way. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And Brandon was like, oh, it's really loud next door. Your grandpa's being loud again. And I said, okay, let's go check it out. So, and then eventually he said, okay, let's get our robes. And we went to the next room and it's dark. No one's in there. No one's awake in my grandparents' room across the hall. The house is silent. It's asleep. And we were both kind of freaked out. And then the next morning, Brandon said he leaped over onto me because he was hearing these loud noises and he woke up and he saw this figure in the corner of my room by my door, and he was so freaked out and clearly conscious, and he saw this figure that he leaped over me and was like, nope, nope. And that's why he didn't immediately let me get out of bed to go investigate. He was like, just wait it out. And so, yeah, they're, with those two things happening, I'm not dangling anything out of bed.
My hypothesis on all this after your story is that your grandparents are freaking you out on purpose to try and get you guys to move out and get your own place.
We're just trying to save.
They're like, get the fuck out of here. Slam! Come on!
See, I'd believe that if my grandma hadn't told me, like, I don't want you to leave ever. Like, I want you to stay here with me.
You gotta get a place eventually.
Well, I know. We're saving for a down payment. We're not renting anything. But, oh, yeah, because I can't remember if I told you, but because of Big Daddy Serb and, one good thing coming out of 2020, I'm officially debt-free.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
feels good, eh?
It feels great.
I've been there a couple times. Can't wait to get back there again.
Right? Third time's a charm.
I'm coming for you, debt-free.
But, yeah, so now, rather than my money going to...
Get those things clean yet or what?
No, they're like streaky.
Yeah.
It's getting to the point where I need a new microfiber cloth because this, I need to wash this one because it's oily.
It happens.
But it's fine. I'll just see you in a haze.
I'm right here.
But yeah, so we're saving for a house. Looking at houses.
Give it another year after all this shit's gone down. Housing prices are they're supposed to drop again. That's the prediction, is they're going to go down by like 15 to 20% or something. And you know what's nice about having a place of your own with a driveway? You can put up a basketball net.
Yeah.
You can play hoops like Dennis Rodman and make nothing but basketball puns as you're playing.
God. I didn't realize how big he was. Like, I knew he was a basketball player, so I obviously knew he had to be tall. But
it's too tall.
Maybe it's a short person thing, but there's tall, like you're tall.
I'm not even tall.
You're like 6 feet?
No, 5'10" and a half.
Really?
Yeah.
Brandon's no.
That's where him and I had the same height.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so strange. Yeah. Wow. Never realized it. So, like, yeah, you and Brandon are tall, and, like, people at 6 feet are tall to me. But then people beyond that, I'm
6'7".
Hey! Like, they're just ginormous. They're like dinosaurs to me.
Yeah.
I remember one time when, I was in grade 12, I think, and a couple of my friends and I ran into a bunch of these other, like, grade 12 hockey players, and, like, they just, like, surrounded us, and we were talking, and they were all, like, the tallest one was, like, 6'6", and I remember just being like, is this what being like a fairy or a troll or a gnome in tall grass feels like?
Probably.
Like, I was just like...
Yeah, he's 6'7".
Yeah.
6'7", and Jean-Claude Van Damme is 5'9.5".
Yeah, he made Jean-Claude Van Damme look so tiny.
No. I noticed there were lots of scenes where Van Damme was standing on an apple box because they were trying to make them the same height. I'm like, no. That's a 10-inch difference.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like a 10-inch difference right there. They're like eye to eye. I'm
like, it should almost be a foot difference, and that's okay.
I think Van Damme had Tom Cruise syndrome in this one and was like,
probably.
I can't appear any shorter than these people.
And that's probably why there were so many, like, look at me, I'm so strong montages, too.
Oh, that's just a,
Van Damme thing?
Yeah, part of a Van Damme movie. Like,
It's in his contract.
You can't have a Van Damme movie without at least 2 montages. Oh, has to be 2 montages.
Damn.
These were some epic ones, too.
Yeah.
So you had never seen this.
No, before we started this whole podcast, I'd never in my life seen a Van Damme movie. And now I've seen, 3?
I'm going to show you
2 or 3?
Steven Seagal. You're going to have to watch a Chuck Norris movie at some point.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen him either.
Actually,
that's not true. Chuck Norris was in Dodgeball briefly as a cameo, so I did. Yeah.
All he did, the thumbs up. Yeah, this Van Damme, this was an interesting combination, Rodman and Van Damme. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to break down what this movie is for people.
Yes,
because it's silly. So Jack Quinn, Jean-Claude Van Damme is Jack Quinn. He is top-rated, would you call him an operative?
Yeah, like...
For the FBI?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because the deputy director sees him. So he's like an operative for the FBI. He's the best there is and best there ever will be. And... he goes into retirement, gets pulled out of retirement because his archenemy Stavros has come back out of hiding, and then he gets killed, but isn't dead. Gets put on an island where all the deceased operatives go, and then Stavros is back again. It's just so ridiculous.
Yeah.
And he has to come, escape the island and help. It's
Yeah.
a very, very strange story. And it got 11% from the critics. I was like, I have to look to see. Man. But what an opening scene. So we're introduced to Jack Quinn, and he's like standing in front of this giant truck with a trailer.
Yep.
While the voiceover is like, Jack Quinn was one of the most hotshot renegade, blah, 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 there was. And we're cutting back and forth from an FBI office where there's printouts like, Jack Quinn's on board. He's going to help us. They're like, oh, my God, Jack Quinn's the man. And we're cutting back and forth between that and him. He drives this thing, this armored 6-wheel truck with a trailer on it.
Yeah.
Jumps it through a wall. While the title Double Team comes out, and I'm like,
the font
wow.
was like Snapchat font.
It was. It reminded me of a sitcom, like a television NBC sitcom. There was a specific one I was trying to think of. I just couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
It was very it was an odd choice. Definitely from like the free font library. They're like,
totally.
Can't afford to buy actual fonts.
Yeah, we blew the budget.
Just use these. He jumps this thing through a wall and is getting chased by hundreds now of enemies on motorcycles, in cars, jeeps, tanks.
Yeah.
And they're everywhere. They're shooting at this armored thing. There's the tank shoots it. It somehow hits the trailer hitch behind the truck, blows the trailer off. The trailer slowly rolls into all the enemies. And then he's like, fuck it, I'm going off-road.
And then somehow doesn't tear the axle off of this thing.
No. The army truck full of bad guys almost tips over.
Yep.
All the guys fall out. And then we just end up... Oh, yeah, oh, my God. He jumps a train.
Yeah.
And I just have to say, because you're all about soundtracks.
Oh, yeah.
The soundtrack to this movie... I think I sent you a snap of it when I was watching. I don't know if I sent you the jumping snap.
No.
But the electric guitar that just hits at the right point as he's jumping is this... Wow! Then we're in the next scene. Like, wow. I just wrote down, what an opening scene.
I know.
Because it
really gets you in the action.
Man. And then it just sets you up for a letdown later.
Yep.
Because this movie is bad.
At this point, he's in retirement with his wife, and they're at a pool, and she like pushes him in or some shit.
Well, she's pregnant. He's got a pregnant wife.
Yeah.
They're sitting there. He's like, oh, honey, it's so good to see you. I can't do a Van Damme.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out by the end. But she's like, pushes him into the pool. And then she just jumps in with her dress on, because I guess that's what you do.
Yeah. And then he's like creepily rubbing her baby bump and like going up her leg. And I'm like,
you're going to get bigger
Yeah.
and softer. Dude.
I was like, stop. I know that's your wife, and like, that's great, but there's just something about him being like, yeah.
I was half expecting, because again, another thing with Van Damme movies is sex scenes.
Yeah.
There is quite often a sex scene in his movies in the early 90s. It was almost like he wrote it into his contract. Like,
Montage,
listen,
sex
I
scene.
have to have montages and I have to have sex scenes.
That's it.
I'm not doing this movie if we don't have this. So this deputy director of the FBI shows up and is like, hey, everything was done with ADR. Everything was ADR.
Yeah.
Because this guy's voice, he's like, listen, Jack, you got to come back. You missed the game.
You're a hunter, Jack. Admit it. You missed the game.
You've been gone for too long. I'm like, what? Who is this guy? And eventually he tells him that Stavros is back. And he's like, oh.
Okay, gotta get him.
I got to get Stavros.
And then they say like, or he says he'll be done or he'll do it in 36 hours. So my brain made a note and I was like, okay, this movie takes place over the span of 36 hours. No.
Nope. Just the first 10 minutes takes place over 36 hours. This movie had it was like a 3-act play almost.
Yeah, essentially.
So now he's like, all right, I'll do it. And then all of a sudden the deputy director is going to his car and we're introduced to Stavros.
Yeah.
So there's a lot happening in the first 5 to 7 minutes of this movie. Stavros is in the back of his car and he's like, blah, blah, blah. Good thing that you got Jack Quinn back on here. My plan is going along perfectly.
Swimmingly.
And then he's like, oh, I left you something, by the way. And it's a bomb.
Yeah,
with a timer.
Yeah, and the timer like looks like it says 57 or 75.
Counting up.
And then all of a sudden it's like 0. Like what the fuck?
My question is, why risk that? Why be like, okay, there he is. I see him. All right, I'm going to hit the timer on this. All right, hit that switch.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he's like, oh shit, he's talking to somebody. Oh, the timer's still going. Oh, fuck. What do I do?
Right? Like,
did he pause it and then go, oh, by the way, I left something. Click. Got 4 seconds left.
and also, this guy got into, like, Stavros was already in the car when this guy got into his car. So the owner of the car, beep, beep, got in. And then when Stavros left, he was controlling the locks because the guy couldn't get, like, how?
Because he had a second fob.
I guess.
There was a second fob.
A second fob.
Yeah, because the deputy director wouldn't leave his car open for one.
Yeah.
The FBI, you're gonna click that thing. You're gonna click that button.
You're going to also, like, have a gun on you.
I was giggling though because cool guys don't look at explosions.
No, that's
As he's
what
walking
I
away,
wrote.
I'm like, cool guys don't look at explosions. They turn around and they walk away. Who's got time to look at explosions?
So then, fuck, what happens after this?
Now he gets his crack team together. So he has to go and he goes to meet Yaz, and Yaz gives him like a whole team. What? I think that they just said to Dennis Rodman, hey, don't worry about wardrobe. Just wear whatever you feel comfortable in.
Yeah.
Because he was wearing, oh my God, he was wearing a mesh tank top that had orange on the outside that came down to scoop neck, down to his pecs. Then it came up above his belly button because he was showing off his belly button ring and his tattoos.
Yeah.
And then he was wearing high-waisted, nut-hugging purple spandex pants.
Yeah. And then his hair was...
What color was it in that scene? I can't remember. But I remember it was multicolored later.
Yeah,
like
it was
a
in
rainbow.
that scene. I think it was white with like the black, like spiderweb looking things.
Yes.
Yeah. And then Van Damme's talking to him and he's like, that looks like it hurts. And then he just basically goes through all of his piercings and he's like, these hurt. Also, Dennis, I have 2. Didn't hurt that bad, bitch ass. What do you mean? These hurt a lot. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Just, it was a weird way to introduce him. Then he's like, I need some hardware. He's like, come with me, brother.
Yeah, like...
Takes him into this place, like, boom, I got this, I got this, I got that, I got that. And then Van Damme pulls the pin on something he's never seen before.
Yeah. And then Dennis Rodman's like, did you just do that? And he was like, yeah. And then they're like, fire in the hole.
Yeah, blows his place up and he's like, oh, anyway, I got this, I got this, I got
Yeah,
that.
not mad, not pissed off at all.
Why would, like, somebody shows you a bunch of weapons. You're in a room full of weapons like Men in Black. Mm-hmm. You don't just start pulling pins and pulling triggers.
No.
You're like, hey, what does this do? Cool.
Put it back.
What does this little thing do?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm not going to pull this.
You don't just do it willy-nilly.
Somebody handed me a grenade. It wouldn't be like, where's this pin for?
Yeah.
Whoops. Stupid.
It's like the Three Stooges.
So he gets a Delta team. So they're all hanging out, and he's giving them the rundown of what they're going to do. They're going to find him at an amusement park, apparently.
Yeah, at a carnival.
I love this one statement that Van Damme has, though. He says, Stavros is a snake. If you look at him in the eye, he'll get you in the back.
Yeah.
I don't think Jean-Claude Van Damme understands how snakes work.
No, they don't. They're not dual.
Well,
It's not like cat dog.
it's not like raptors. Like this one's staring at you all of a sudden.
Yeah.
You get bit in the back of the head by the other one.
It's like you can quite easily, like, if this is a snake, all right?
A snake.
Snake.
Slither snake.
But like if this is a snake, if you grab it by its tail and it's like curling up and looking at you, then yeah, it'll like But if you handle snakes and you like have it right there, like it can't do shit.
Hello, St. Louis! Okay, you ready to do some stand-up? What's the deal with podcasts? Is it a TV show or a radio show?
Everyone has one.
That's what they do.
Maybe there's a serpent saying in French that doesn't translate quite properly to English, and he was just giving her.
I just didn't understand his, like, if you stare at him in the eyes, he'll get you in the back. I'm like, well, only if you turn around, I guess. Like,
But you can't stare him in the eye. Yeah, are you like, stop?
Spinning there, like, lose my bet, snake. Get it.
Yeah, it just didn't make sense.
So they go to this amusement park in the rain. Seems like an odd place to try and get him.
Yeah, also, I'm pretty sure an amusement park wouldn't be open in the rain. Like, all the rides would be shut down.
And how many people were just like walking around, enjoying themselves? Oh, let's have some ice cream in the rain. Eat cotton candy in the rain.
That would melt.
I would just, right now, I just want to see cotton candy just get hit by water.
Oh, yeah. It would just obliterate
just turn
into
into
nothing.
a giant little candy ball. Yeah. Because like, think about when you put a big chunk in your mouth and it just goes.
Oh, yeah. It just hardens.
Cotton candy.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. So shit goes down. Shit goes sideways. They end up killing Stavros' 6-year-old son.
And, like, wife. That lady.
Oh, yeah. They kill the wife,
I had no idea that was Stavros' wife or son. I had to read the wiki, and then I was like, oh, that was the love of his life, and his kid didn't seem like it. Mm-hmm. It seemed like he just came across this poor family in the crossfire, and he had a soft spot for kids.
Yeah, with a kid hidden under her coat. Look at me.
Yeah.
It's just 6-year-old.
Yeah, didn't make sense.
So in this, there's a lot of bullets. You're saying endless bullets.
Yeah,
he
unlimited
runs out
ammo.
He runs out with one gun, shoots with this one, then is like crying and stuff. Then is like, shoots with this one that was empty already.
Yeah,
and then keeps shooting with the other one. I'm like, when are you reloading? But in this, Van Damme dodges bullets by jumping on the ground and basically doing capoeiro or capoeira. How do you say that? Capoeiro. That dance fighting. Does like a full like whoop, and then blah, 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 blah.
And then the weird slow-mo, like, boom.
That was going to be my first brought to you by slow motion because another part of a Van Damme movie is you have to have a copious amount of slow motion and fast cuts. And weird zooms to the face because there's a lot of those.
Weird transitions and cuts in this.
Man, yes, I'm glad you brought up slow motion though because there's a ton.
Yeah.
In every Van Damme movie, it's if it's not slowed down, then I don't know what you're watching.
If it's not slowed down, it's not Van Damme.
Stavros ends up running away here
Into a hospital.
Yeah, Van Damme chases him and jumps through not one but 2 windows willingly.
Yeah,
it's just. I had to rewind this and watch it again because I was laughing so hard. Because he's like sitting there with his gun. I think Stavros is talking to him at that time. He's like, man, I'm going to do this. You killed my 6-year-old son. I'm going to get your kid, blah, blah, blah. And then Van Damme's like, ah!
Yeah. And just
smashes through it head first, rolls, and then is like, ah! Through a second one. I'm like, what? Why? Throw something through it. Why throw your... Then he throws a chair through another one. And then Stavros shoots the chair. And that's when Van Damme jumps through the second window. Like, man,
he's like, gotcha.
There's easier ways to get one from one room to the other. Windows aren't the safest bet.
Is Van Damme like...
Glass-proof?
No. Is he like Tom Cruise with regards to doing his own stunts and stuff?
Oh, I doubt it. There was, in this scene, he fights, so they fight.
Yeah.
And Van Damme's doing the fighting, but you notice you don't see Rourke's face once.
Yeah.
In that whole scene. You just see his back. I'm like, I don't even think that's him.
No.
He ends up running away.
I read the trivia and it said he did extensive martial arts training for his fight with Van Damme at the end of the movie.
Yeah, the end of the movie.
But this one, I was like,
Yeah, it seems like he wasn't even there.
Yeah.
It's just some other dude. I'm like, okay.
And then he grabs a baby because they're in the baby part of the hospital and is like running around with it and then launches a grenade into the like hospital bassinet thing for some fucking reason.
And these grenades are the most explosive grenades I've ever seen.
Yeah, selective explosive though.
Oh, well.
Van Damme was obliterated to the point where they could fake his death. The baby... totally fine. And the baby was in front of Van Damme when he was pushing it away from the bomb. Like, what the fuck?
Babies aren't affected by bombs or COVID. They're totally bomb-proof. Bomb-proof babies. Trust me. Believe me. So he gets his back full of shrapnel. And, wakes up on the island. I forgot about this island. Because I had seen this years ago. And I was like, I can't remember if I have or not. I only remember 2 distinct things. Dennis Rodman and his weird outfits, and Van Damme getting tripped in the end of that fight and sliding on his face.
Yeah, just fucking eat shit.
For like 10 feet, just... I remember watching that 3 times over, like, damn.
But yeah, so the whole reason this island exists is so weird to me because they explain it. We created this island to house the people that we can't afford to be killed, but we can't afford to have them out in the world. Like, you failed your mission killing Stavros, so everyone is going to think you're dead, but we're going to have you on this island because you're more valuable to us alive, but we're not going to let you leave the island, so your value isn't going to be used. Like, what the
Basically, just have them sitting around computers.
It's a forced retirement home.
Yeah, listening to problems that other people have.
Yeah, and like terrorist threats and helping other...
And going, you guys got an opinion on this?
Yeah.
No? Cool. Go check in. Go put your thumb on the scanner.
Yeah, they have to like scan in to make sure they're still there. Which, what I was thinking about is this island seems to have a lot of tech. There are lasers that will, eviscerate you. There's
just imagine how many whale carcasses there are around.
I know,
there.
right?
Just pieces floating everywhere.
There's the thumbprint scanner to make sure you're there. There's the technology to track globally, like the terrorist groups and how to defuse stuff. But there aren't any cameras.
None.
Like,
none.
What?
Not a one.
Like, okay, sure.
No.
Blew the budget on the lasers.
No automatic locks on their doors.
Nope.
No security people
No
checking
guards.
on them in their rooms ever at all.
Nope.
Because, like, they're... I'll bring it up after.
And the way they describe this island is like Themyscira from Wonder Woman. Because at one point Van Damme is like, how do you keep this hidden? Like, how has nobody found this? And then that one main guy who we see later just says that it's a well-kept secret from the world. And I'm like, is this the male, all male-dominated Themyscira of Wonder Woman?
It's the island of misfit hitmen.
Yeah. Themyscira is just across the way, and they send, like, smoke signals to each other, like, hey, what's up?
That's where they're getting those big things they pick up with the plane.
Yeah.
We'll take it back over there.
It's so weird to me.
So now we cut back to his wife, who's, like, mourning. They don't really give us a passage of time either.
No.
There's no funeral for him. There's no, like, 3 months later.
Yeah.
Blah, blah. Like, the only time we do know the time passes is when he's on the colony.
Mm-hmm.
But with
When he has his calendars.
His wife is at home just bawling her eyes out. This woman calls. She doesn't even say hello. She picks up the phone and it's like, hello, Catherine?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes. We'd love to come and put your sculptures on parade.
Mm-hmm.
And she's...
Come to Rome.
crying on the other end. She hasn't said a word. And this woman's like, yes, we'll see you in Rome.
Yes.
We'll send for you. Ciao, darling. Like,
It's like Cruella de Vil.
what kind of human are you that, like...
Cruella de Vil.
Well, yeah, but if somebody was crying on the other end of the phone...
I know.
Wouldn't you kind of go, hey...
Are you all right,
Yeah,
dude?
you're right. You haven't said anything the whole time I've been talking, so...
You good, bro?
Everything good? Yeah. You sound like you're crying. You're not crying? How's your husband?
Yeah.
Good? Oh, he's missing?
Oh, he's dead?
Oh, he's dead. Oh.
Oh.
Well, still, we want to put your sculptures on
See you in
display.
Rome.
Yes. Ciao, darling. I'm just laughing. I'm like, wow, you inconsiderate, art-loving mother...
You are a loving motherfucker.
Now we get a montage of supplies and cigarettes. Oh, watching Van Damme smoke was really weird. He just had that one scene where he's like...
And he's like holding it in.
Yeah,
he
then
can't
it cuts
inhale
away.
it.
And it cuts away. So he went...
Yeah. Cut, and he's like...
You're not cool enough, man.
You're not... Oh, my God.
You gotta be cool to smoke.
Yeah.
Now we got our first training montage.
Yes.
Training montage with the best electric guitar in the background ever.
Mm-hmm. Wow, wow, wow.
So, yeah, he's training. He's getting stronger. He starts doing pull-ups and fucking hanging sit-ups on his strange door
awning.
frame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this seems like an odd door frame idea. Like, let's just put some lattice work up here.
Yeah. When he did that thing on the wall with his legs, it reminded me of when I was a kid. My grandparents had a hallway that was the perfect, like, I could put my feet on either side and, like, spread them and be standing there like that. And I was like, wow. When I was a kid, I was pulling Jean-Claude Van Damme shit all the time on my walls.
You kind of had to do that.
Right?
At home. Yeah, you had to f up the house. So we get 2 training montages.
Mm-hmm.
He's testing the cigarette, the length of
how
long he can hold his breath.
I thought that was really...
It's a cool idea.
Yeah.
Something interesting, though. You couldn't do that now.
Why?
Because cigarettes now are full of, like, shit that stops it from burning when you're not smoking it. So if I lit a cigarette right now and put it on the table and put it upside down or put it standing on its
Yeah.
end, it would stop burning at one point. It would go out.
Whoa.
It's fucked up. Yeah. So you couldn't just leave a cigarette burning. At least when I smoked, they were like that. Maybe they've changed. I'm
Weird.
not sure, but pretty sure. Yeah, they'll go out if you just hold them in your hand. Yeah,
Wow.
it's crazy. So we get in amongst these training montages, he gets a message from Stavros somehow that Stavros is like, I'm going to find your wife and find your
Yeah, he is
unborn
like,
kid.
I have your butterfly.
Oh, that's right, the butterfly.
Yeah.
And
Which I love how Van Damme immediately was like, that's for me. That message is
Yeah.
for me.
has to be mine.
Yeah.
Then the next scene, he's doing, oh my God, a clawfoot bathtub. This, I could not stop laughing.
I know. I was watching it and Brandon looked over and he was like, what the is this?
So, if you haven't seen the film, everybody,
Just watch this montage.
Claude Van Damme is doing squats with a full bathtub, a belt around his neck.
Yeah, like
I
a
guess?
sheet that he
Oh, that's right, a
attached.
sheet.
Yeah.
Takes his sheets and ties them around the legs of the tub. I'm pretty sure it's a clawfoot tub,
Yeah.
which is heavy to begin with.
Yeah.
Full of water. That had to be like a 600-pound tub or more. He's doing squats. Then he like remembers Stavros in his mind, and he's like, yeah, 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 yeah. And basically like,
Yeah. He's like,
has a full-on orgasm at the end before he sets the tub down and mop up. My goodness.
it was intense.
And
you
I
saw
might have
those-
to edit it into this.
Saw those veins coming out and I'm like, are you okay, bro? Holy
He's
shit.
so vascular.
Yeah.
But that was a hilarious scene.
And then, this got me. Him cutting off his fingerprint.
Oh, for his Rube Goldberg. Is it Rube Goldberg? Is that the name of that thing? Where it's like one thing hits another thing, then another thing, another thing.
I think so.
I think Rube Goldberg. I'm probably wrong. Rube Goldberg. machine.
Yeah, like the domino effect thing, so he can hit his thumbprint. Like, that disgusted me. When I saw him slicing that, I was like,
Oh. So in the last chunk of the montage, he's like pulling down a bucket full of rocks and kicking it with his other leg.
kicking it.
This goes back to what we were saying earlier. Where was the security guard going like, hey, what are you doing with that bucket and those rocks?
Yeah.
What are you taking them to your room for?
Or hearing this noise in his room and being like, hey,
yeah.
what are you doing in there?
What are you doing? Kicking rocks?
Yeah.
And another thing, I just realized this. Where did he get the drinking bird? Or whatever that thing was.
Oh,
Did he
yeah.
make that? Was
Or
it made
no,
out
I
of a
think that
pencil
was-
and eraser or something?
Yeah, pencil and eraser.
Oh, yeah, he did make it. But like, where did he get all this shit to make this thing? He's carved a chunk out of his table.
Yeah.
It's all set up. I'm like, if one person came in here, like the guy running the place was
They'd
like,
be like,
wait a minute.
what you doing?
What's this setup you got here? Why is your thumbprint on that eraser?
But then again, it makes sense why they're like thinking about it. The logic, it kind of makes sense why there wasn't any security because they were so cocky, no one could get out because of the lasers and all that shit.
Classic bad guy mistake, though.
Yeah.
Thinking like, we got this guy. I can't leave.
Dumbasses.
This guy, like, that's the thing. These guys are apparently the best of the best.
Yeah.
They're the best agents around.
You think just lasers are gonna stop them?
Well, would you
People
honestly,
escaped off. If you here's what I just thought of. I didn't think about this until now. But this is an invisible island in the middle of the ocean with lasers in the front. People in the 60s escaped Alcatraz. Like, talk about not learning from your mistakes here. Those were just common criminals. These guys are like trained operatives. As soon as you said, like, these guys are the best of the best, I'm like, yeah. And there were these 3 dudes who escaped Alcatraz by making wax head sculptures and clipping their own hair and gluing it on. Like,
it seems a little careless to just think,
it's
nobody's going to escape. The last person to try to escape, whoa, let me tell you about that guy.
yeah, he got zapped.
It's just, carelessness.
Didn't make sense.
So now he escapes.
He escapes.
Oh, I'm just laughing at this too because he's standing on the edge of the mountain and he's like, All right, I'm going to do it. Here it goes. He takes off his watch and he throws his watch. And I'm just thinking, man, if that watch hit a laser, pew, set the whole alarm off.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it's like, lockdown.
Yeah.
Turn that plane around.
He's like, yeah. He's like, oh, shit.
Like, just that one thing just f***ed it all up for him. He's like, I should not have thrown that. And then, so it hits the water right after the lasers turn off, like split second after.
Yeah.
Swims underwater the whole way to the dock.
Yeah.
So let's say he can hold his breath for 3 minutes. It's pretty good. Let's say 3 to 4 minutes.
But then, where does a scuba diver come from?
Where does a scuba diver get a plastic bag?
Yeah.
And for what reason?
And how can you, like, by putting a plastic bag over his head, it, like, you're trying to suffocate him underwater? He's already there, bro. He already cannot breathe.
Yeah, that seemed so redundant. It seemed so redundant because I'm like, he's suffocating already. If you just keep him underwater,
hold his leg.
You don't need a bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could have just held his leg.
Right?
It would have been the easiest thing to do. Just, well, nope, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't kick me. Gotcha. But instead, he's like, no, I'm going to get right in up close and personal with this hitman extraordinaire.
Yeah.
Better put a bag over his head underwater just in case he tries to breathe. And like, why? Why was that scuba diver swimming around with a plastic bag to begin with?
I know. Was it all sealed up and then he opened the bag and put it over his head? Because if he did that, maybe there was a little oxygen in there and it would be a bad idea. Like, just, it doesn't make sense.
And then this part.
We're trying to keep plastic out of the ocean, all right?
That's what my second thought was. The guy just went like, oh shit, there's a guy underwater. Oh, a plastic bag, perfect.
Yeah. I need something to suffocate him.
Oh shit, a piece of whale. Awesome.
Yeah. Like,
It's those lasers, just careless. I'm sure things won't swim through them, but it's got to be a fish, like a brand new fish one day, like
Yeah.
or a baby,
just
a baby whale's is like
yeah.
gets mowed down by these lasers. It's my whale sound. So he's like, so his plan is he made himself a harness. He's got chain somehow. Again, he's just got this shit like rope and chain and pulleys now with the bucket, and he's got a chain, and he's gonna hook on to the giant crate when it gets taken away. And he punches a hole
through the dock.
Yep. Through the planks on the dock
And
with his bare fist. Crawls through all in a matter of seconds because he's like, oh, there's the plane. Punches through, hooks on, makes enough room to crawl through, and then boom, hangs onto it.
Yeah.
And hangs onto it for what appeared to be a good 10 minutes, let's say.
Oh, yeah.
Up to cruising altitude, 20,000 feet. Let's say he's at 10,000 feet. That's still not going to be, well, it's not going to be super cold, but it's not going to be warm.
Yeah.
You're soaking wet, too, traveling at, what, planes go at like 400 miles an hour?
Yeah.
Is it that fast?
Yeah, it's like over 1,000 kilometers an hour.
400 miles an hour. So you're wet, you're tired, you're cold.
You're going fast.
And he's just like, I'm not letting go.
Yeah. And then he climbs up and then beats the shit out of all the guys.
Are you wearing a parachute?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, all right. They should have been like, no, I'm not.
Oh, crap.
But this whole thing is my backpack.
Yeah, it's why I don't go anywhere without it.
I just had to point this out. You cannot hear people yelling at that altitude.
Oh,
Falling through the
yeah.
air. You can't. But like they falls out of the plane, all he hears, like, nope. I don't think that would work.
Not a chance. He meets up with Yaz again to rally the troops again and get equipment to take down
Stavros. Oh yeah, he asks Yaz because he's like, oh wait, I need some stuff. And then again, he's looking at you. He goes, you got money, right? He's like, well, I'm going to pay you later. He's like, no, dead men don't get credit, bitch.
Yeah.
And he asks him, can you fly a plane? He goes, like a bird. I'm like, that doesn't instill a lot of confidence. I don't think birds can fly planes.
Yeah, like
Just
Can you fly a plane?
Like a bird.
can you fly a plane?
Imagine
Like a bird.
a bald eagle with a full flight suit, hat on.
Yeah.
Can you fly this thing?
Dude, why aren't you flying yourself?
I totally want a T-shirt with I want that on a T-shirt now. My upstairs neighbor, the daughter, is apparently an artist. So I'm going to get her to design some shit because my sister never drew anything for me. If you're listening, Rach, it's been like 5 weeks now. Still waiting on that T-shirt
Boom,
drawing.
roasted.
Yeah, got to call her out. She probably won't hear this anyway. So we instantly go from like, in a span of 8 minutes, we're at like, okay, now they're back in a plane again. wearing Holy shit. They're not parachutes.
No.
They're not parachutes.
They're basketballs.
They are basketballs because at this point, they have made about, I don't know, 8 to 10
basketball puns.
basketball puns. I forgot about
And they
those
jump
right
out
now.
of a plane together.
Holy. Jump out of a plane together, pulls a cord on them, that creates a basketball around them. They hit the ground and bounce. This is untested, by the way, because Rodman states, I haven't tested it, I built it.
Yeah.
Like he just believes in himself that
Yeah.
much. I wish I had that kind of belief in
Right?
myself.
I wish I had that self-confidence.
wish I had the belief that Dennis Rodman had in his homemade parachute basketball.
Oh, that was so funny.
So this was Van Damme's way of getting back to his house and to his wife.
Yeah.
And it's a total trap. Mm-hmm. And again, this is another one of those things where, like, how did you know when to set the timer?
I know, on all the bombs.
Because his house, there's a baby. It's a bomb baby. It's a baby
Ew,
bomb.
oh yeah.
Bomb baby.
Bomb baby. Bomb
I'd
bomb baby.
written something else for that, too. Oh, yeah, just baby bomb. It's a trap!
Baby bomb bomb baby
But it's like
baby bomb.
he breaks into his own house, and his wife,
Mm-hmm.
the actress, is like, "Oh, I'll put the baby to bed." Puts the baby down. Coming, dear. Somebody summoned her,
Yeah.
but he didn't
'Cause
really
she
question
didn't-
that at all.
Yeah, and like she didn't have her baby yet, so
And then he walks up to the cradle to look at the baby. He's like, "Oh," spins it over, and it's like, "Boop, boop."
yeah.
Had like 3 seconds left on it. Again, how did you know when he was getting there?
I know.
Who set the timer? Because like, I don't think she looked at it and just went like, all right, baby, click. Maybe she did. And she's like, I don't think 10 seconds is enough. Click. Like walks away and then she just breaks into
Yeah.
a full sprint, dives through
She's-
place-
That's the go-to move.
and the place blows
Yeah,
up.
the whole place is just eviscerated.
He jumps out. He gets blown through a door, I think.
Yeah.
Not a scratch on him. And then like 100 dudes start shooting at him.
I know.
And he jumps into the pool. Oh, man.
Bullets can't go through water.
No, they can they get like a foot or two. And this girl comes walking up. That was the pretend wife. And he looks, were we supposed to know who she was?
No, I don't think so.
Because he's like gun up, pointing at her. And she's like, boom, 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 walking down, looking all f***ed up from the fire.
Yeah.
And then pulls out a grenade and he's like, closes his eyes and just fires.
Maybe he just doesn't like hurting women.
I think that's what we're supposed to think.
Yeah.
But by this point, like, I don't think he has any emotion at all.
Right?
Yeah, he just doesn't seem like he gives a shit about anything. But that's classic Van Damme.
True.
His best, you know what? His best performance ever was a show he did, and I wish they did another season of this. It's called Jean-Claude Van Johnson. It's on Prime Video.
Oh, yeah, you've told me. Yeah.
Man, there's a scene in there I cried. He put forth such a powerful performance in one episode. I was like, God damn, Jean-Claude. Why'd you do that to
Oh.
me?
So he can actually pull it out.
He's making fun of himself in this show.
Oh, love
And
that.
that's what makes it even better. Because
Yeah.
he's completely making fun of the fact that he was a pompous dickwad when he was an actor, when he was famous.
And then,
Oh, yeah, the pool grenade caused a
yeah.
fiery explosion.
Yeah.
Again, selective explosions.
Yes.
Because something blew up outside of the pool first, then the pool exploded in a
Mm-hmm.
fiery blaze,
Yeah.
which doesn't make any
And then
logical sense.
I know. And then after this, Dennis Rodman agrees to help him. And they're like undercover in Rome or France.
Mm-hmm.
I looked it up and they filmed on location in every single place. So they were in Rome, they were in France at one point.
They were in Antwerp,
Nice.
Belgium,
Yes.
way back when they first get introduced to Rodman.
Yeah.
That's where he steals the car.
Yes. So they're on location for wherever this is. And they made Jean-Claude Van Damme look like a hipster. Like
Oh,
his
man.
outfit, his piercing, his hair. I have seen that man downtown Victoria. I have seen that person before.
He looked like the son, the boyfriend of Darlene on the old Roseanne show. I don't know if you're gonna get that reference. Somebody might be going, yeah, he does, but I can't remember that guy's name. Yeah, that outfit was hilarious.
I could smell the patchouli.
So yeah, this is where he gets lured by Stavros.
He gets lured with his wife in the car and he exposes himself. And then he runs into the trap and there's a sniper. But then all these other dudes are there as backup. And it's just so chaotic what ensues.
A lot of shit going
All
on.
these explosions, all these unlimited guns with or unlimited ammo guns. Who's the good guy? Who's the bad guy? Guys in suits shooting. Guy on a horse shooting.
Oh, that horse cop there was crazy. He just started,
Yeah.
couldn't even hold his helmet. He was just shooting blindly into a crowd into a wedding.
Yeah. And like he wasn't shooting at Van Damme or at Stavros. He was just shooting at people. Like, it made me think, are you involved in this? Or are you just a psychopath that's like, hey, you got to take the opportunities that come to you, bro.
This is my chance.
Yeah. Like, it was just so chaotic and weird. And
In all this, Dennis Rodman lifted a man
oh, yeah.
over a taxi cab off of his feet through.
He's up. He's in.
Plate glass window. Like more glass. Oh my God, I
All
couldn't
the
stop
glass.
laughing. Every piece of glass was broken in this movie.
And then Jean-Claude Van Damme chases some guy.
Stavros?
No, that Asian guy into this house. And then this the foot switchblade.
Oh, yeah. Okay, knife foot guy.
Yeah. They're fighting and the guy has his bare feet and he's like, whoa. And then
Just
it's behind
hold it
him. And then it's like, yeah, the switchblade clips open in between his toes. And I'm like, what the is this?
It would make more sense if you just held the knife and used your
Right.
feet to kick.
Exactly.
It just seemed... Because, like, there were points where he was landing on his feet, and I'm going, are you landing on the knife?
Yeah,
Or are you landing on the side of your foot?
It just didn't make sense.
None of this movie made sense. That's why I picked it.
True.
Now we meet the monks, the cyber nerd. What do you call them? Cyber monks?
Yeah.
Cyber nerds?
The
Cyber
hacks.
monks.
Yeah.
The monk brotherhood.
The monks that can hack into mainframes and security stuff.
I did write down one pun because after this, they're like, thanks, brothers. Thanks. We're going to go to this Coliseum now because that's where Stavros is. And they're trying to break into it, which is actually, no, it's a hospital. It's a hospital near a Coliseum?
Yeah.
Is it a hospital Coliseum?
That it seemed like it
So-
because it doesn't seem to like words. It doesn't seem like the location changed.
A Kala hospital.
Call a hospital.
Kala hospital. Yeah, Kala hospital.
Call,
No, we're going to the Kala hospital. No, Kala hospital. I can't even say
call a
that.
hospital.
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 Hospital. Hospital. Hospital.
Hospital. Or
A Coliseum hospital.
yeah. Also, can we discuss the fact that simultaneously Catherine is going into labor and she's not screaming, she's not yelling. Her labor is literally like
It's a labor of love.
like she's pooping. Like
Just
oh god,
push-
that was tough. Like
Oh, hot, 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 hot. Oh.
Oh, hot, 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 hot. Hot, 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 hot.
like if no, bitch. She isn't in labor. She's pooping.
She's faking it.
Yeah.
She's constipated.
Yeah.
I'm constipated.
I just not, it wasn't believable. And it pissed me off because, I mean, I've never had a child, but I know,
I've taken some big shits in my life, though.
no, like I know allegedly how painful like having a kid is supposed to be.
Oh, I don't imagine it's a pleasant experience at all.
No.
All right, so he meets up Stavros in this Coliseum hospital, and they're in a minefield that he has set up. Again, where's the security that's keeping an eye on this hospital Coliseum, making sure that no one is in there digging holes in the arena, planting mines?
Yeah, because like old amphitheaters in Rome and Athens, Greece, those are like
Sacred places.
yeah, sacred, protected. Those are pieces of history. Some guy can't just do.
Yeah. Just gonna go dig a couple holes in the Coliseum. You guys cool with that?
Yeah, and then ironically in the city of Jesus, like where the
Crosses.
Vatican is, puts crosses like indicating where the mines are.
It just seemed like a really overly elaborate
This guy
plan.
loved bombs. Like he had no other weapon of choice. It was explosives or nothing.
It's too bad. That was his downfall.
Yeah. And then he releases a tiger into the Coliseum too. And I was like, did you take that tiger from the amusement park? Because when we were at the amusement park, it was showing this tiger locked
Well,
up.
they definitely used the same tiger.
And I was like, did you steal that tiger, bro? I appreciate they used a real tiger. It seemed like
Yeah, I was waiting for CGI there at one point, but I was like,
Right?
ooh, no CGI. That's a
Yeah.
real tiger mauling those people.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Rodman
Because Rodman came in.
full speed on a motorbike.
Oh, man.
Grabs the basket with the child in it and is like, "Yay!"
Van Damme's like, the crosses are mines. Careful.
And he's like, okay. And just proceeds to put the baby in some random catacomb hole in this crumbling, half broken down Coliseum.
It's so reckless.
Okay.
So reckless. He's like, I'll come back for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I love how it took him a solid 30 seconds to drive the half length of that arena.
I know.
He's like, they're mine. He like, pops a wheelie, goes past a couple of them. We see a couple more scenes, and all of a sudden, he's still in there. I'm like, what are you still doing in there? Get out of here. And now, yeah, puts the baby in a hole somewhere. How would you even know where that was? Like, it's
I know.
that place is a maze.
Happy accident. He happily came across that.
So yeah, Van Damme's like, okay, so after they get shit settled, he's like, you take care of my kid, I'll go get Stavros. And this is one of my favorite parts. He is running full tilt back into the arena, and Stavros just, boom, chucks out the kick and just trips him.
Full on ate shit.
Like
Full contact.
Slid like 8 feet across the ground.
Yeah,
Just,
like baseball slid.
and then we just see, whoop, cut to his face, like, whoop, hey, what's going on?
Yeah, and he was like, ugh.
So he martial arts the out of Stavros.
Yeah, and also, I love that Stavros is just shirtless this whole time.
And jacked.
Yeah, like Mickey Rourke got jacked for this. And I was expecting...
Well, sorry, was this before or after? Because you said there's like a point where Mickey Rourke's face just got f***ed up. Is this before or after plastic surgery?
This is before.
Okay, I thought so, because
Yeah.
he looked normal.
Yeah. With Mickey Rourke's shirt being off this whole time, I was greatly anticipating Jean-Claude Van Damme's shirt to get ripped off by the tiger
Yeah.
or by Stavros himself. And I was kind of disappointed it didn't. I was like, really? You're going to let Mickey Rourke flex on you like that in your own movie?
You didn't prefer his rags?
His
hell was he
tattered
wearing?
Tarzan loincloths.
Yeah, what was he wearing? He was wearing, at one point, I'm like, I want his
Still
coat.
that hipster.
Oh, where did he even get that?
I don't know.
Like just that shirt
One in Rome?
looked like a painting cloth that has been formed into a t-shirt. And he had a fur vest. I was jealous of the vest.
Yeah, that one. Yeah,
I will say I want that vest.
I
want the vest. I really like the vest.
I really like the vest.
And then
yeah.
Yaz comes back and like steps on a mine, and Stavros is like, "Hey, you big-footed idiot! You just
Yeah.
stepped on this." And then you see Yaz tinkering, dicking around.
Puts the pin back in.
Yeah, and he and Van Damme are fighting, and then Van Damme like slams his foot down on the ground on a cross, and Stavros is like. and backs right up into one, and Dennis Rodman's like, I moved some around. Sorry.
Dennis Rodman takes way too long to go. I moved some of your crosses. He's
Yeah.
like, well, you know, when I first got here and I saw this and thought this was kind of interesting. Look at these mines. What are these crosses for? Maybe I'm like, he just explaining this to him. Like, just
yeah.
say you moved his crosses.
And then I moved it around. And
Man.
then meanwhile, Stavros at this point is like, I should have stepped off the fucking.
Yeah, I'm
Wow.
done.
So then the tiger finds itself back into the Coliseum, and Stavros is about to face off with this tiger, and I'm just thinking, you're really not going to say shit, you know?
He was
This
scared.
like
Knew he was dead.
true.
This was only a 93-minute long movie too, so he was like,
That's
I'm
true.
done with my lines. Gets blown up by his own mine.
By his own bomb.
Which sets off a chain reaction. I'm pretty sure that if a mine blew up next to another mine, the other mine wouldn't explode. I don't think they're made like that. Because then minefields wouldn't work.
Yeah, that's true.
Think about it. If you set
Yeah.
if you set 1,000 mouse traps next to each other, set one off, it's going to set off a chain reaction and set them all off.
Yeah.
Mines don't operate like mouse traps.
Yeah.
If one blew up, that's the only one that would blow up. But no, this whole Coliseum blows up like a Michael Bay movie.
Well, Michael Bay was part of it, I'm pretty sure.
Was he?
I swear to God, I saw his name. No. I'm thinking of the first Purge. Never mind.
Like, no way.
No.
I didn't hear any.
I was thinking of another movie I watched for fun.
Yeah, this place explodes.
And then Dennis Rodman pulls the very first Crystal Skull moment and saves himself, Jean-Claude Van Damme, the spy guy who unexplainedly escaped as well.
Oh.
He just popped in there.
Hang on. We didn't bring this up at all.
Yeah.
He escapes a high security.
With the lasers.
Yes. He escapes that place.
He was there for longer than Van Damme. So how did...
No. I mean, Van Damme escapes.
Oh, yeah,
this
yeah.
place in this movie.
Yeah.
And nobody comes looking for him.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Not one person from the colony is like,
They're
we gotta
like-
find this guy. So that's why I assumed that guy was the guy who was sent to follow him.
That makes sense.
But why isn't that a part of the movie?
I know.
This guy escaped. It should be like, we got somebody escaped. We got to find him.
Yeah.
So let's send a crack team of misfit hitmen to get him, to add another element to this.
Nope.
God,
We
I
just
was thinking of that
briefly
when I
see
watched
this
it. I was
one
like,
guy.
I was like, why is nobody trying to find him? They're like, oh, he escaped.
Yeah.
Well, what are you going to do?
So, yeah, then Rodman saves himself, Van Damme, the third guy, and the baby by using a vending machine to block the explosion. And immediately I was like, so that's where Indiana Jones' Crystal Skull got the idea with the fridge and the atomic bomb.
I just wrote, a well-placed Coca-Cola vending machine.
Yeah. Nice product placement.
And
nice
again,
jumping the shark.
Fire can't burn babies.
Yeah.
Babies are fireproof.
Nope.
You can't burn a baby.
And then the guy that was sent from this place to, I guess, bring Van Damme in, I don't know. He just pulls a gun randomly. And then Dennis Rodman flips his plastic coin that
lucky coin
is a smoke bomb / was also used as a bomb previously in the movie. And then Van Damme takes the only car we see and drives away with his kid. But then the car is still there for Yaz and the other guy. It's like, what? And then Yaz is like, oh, they're going to blame this on me. I wonder how much this is going to cost.
Then
And then
like,
that's it.
I'm going to go play some basketball.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I skipped ahead to see if there was after credits. There was not.
No.
Not in the late 90s. Not in Van Damme movies.
Yeah.
That was Double Team.
That was a double team.
It was hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
What's your real rating on this one?
My real rating is 2 yanked up baby baskets.
Bassinets?
No, the basket, the literal basket that this kid was in at the end. 2 yanked up baby baskets.
The hell's a bassinet? What's a bassinet?
A bassinet is like the crib, but
like
it
the-
can rock.
Oh, okay.
Whereas
I don't know baby stuff.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what it is. So 2 babies yeeted in a basket by a motorcycle going full speed out of 10 thrusting bathtub lifts.
Okay.
What's your real rating?
I real rate this 3 flying roundhouse kicks out of 10 clawfoot bathtub scenes. It was your typical Van Damme movie. Like,
Yeah.
I think back to being a kid and I'm like, I love these movies. And I think back now and go, did I have terrible taste in movies? Holy. It's just a thrown together weak story, bad ADR, bad acting, unbelievable characters, no character development. Story was all over the map.
Yeah.
It had nothing holding it together.
Yeah, it had nothing.
Again, back to the point of like nobody coming to look for him after he escaped this place where he was never supposed to escape from.
Yeah.
And
then being like chill with it.
yeah, it was just stupid. It was a stupid movie.
Dumb.
But I laughed my ass off in a lot of parts. I'm really glad, and I'm glad you got to watch it. And now it's time
My
for the
last
last
pick
one.
until we got new lists.
Grindhouse Planet Terror. I like this movie.
I do too.
Oh, okay.
So I put that, but there's a stipulation because that one comes in like 2-for-1 type of deal. So we can either watch Grindhouse Planet Terror or Death Proof.
I like them both.
I do too, but
We'll do Planet Terror. We can still
Cool.
kind of make fun of Planet Terror.
Yeah,
It
we
has its
can
comical
make
bits.
more fun of Planet Terror than we can Death Proof.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Yeah, that was all right. That was Double Team.
Oh, yeah.
Double Team.
Double team.
That was a horrible Jean-Claude Van Damme movie.
Yeah.
Find us on Instagram and Facebook. What do they say? Smash that
Smash
subscribe
the
button.
subscribe button, bro.
Do it.
Please.
Yeah, share with people. Spread it around.
Yeah, spread it.
We think we're funny. We're having a good time.
Spread this,
Spread this.
not the virus.
Yeah, follow us on YouTube. Share with your friends. Like it. Do all that stuff.
Comment.
Yeah.
Roast
if you have a
us
movie
if you
you want
want.
us to watch, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Oh, Sebastian, post that burp video, dude. Send it to me. We'll put it on the show.
Yeah.
I want to do phone in, but I'm like, we don't have that kind of capability.
Yeah,
We're
we-
ghetto here. We're
Yeah.
shooting this on our phones.
Yeah, we
recording on GarageBand.
Yeah.
What do you think this is? 2020? Come on.
What do you think this is? Profitable production?
Yeah. We have to pay for this.
Yeah.
We pay for this for you guys.
Our sponsors aren't real.
Yeah, they're fake. All right. Let's just call it there.
Bye.
This is Real Garbage.